Now, at first glance, nothing about this building screams 2.4 million. But once you understand the location, the scarcity, and the type of buyer it attracts, the story changes completely, my dear friends. Now, this is Sutera Bukit Tunku, a freehold condominium completed almost 2 decades ago. You know, there is no dramatic skyscrapers here, no rooftop sky lounge, or endless list of facilities. In fact, from the outside, right, it looks, surprisingly very understated. Yet this 3,240 square foot home is asking for RM2.4 million today. So today we're going to answer a very simple question. Why would someone choose this over a brand new luxury condo in Kuala Lumpur? Stay tuned, my dear friends. So Bukit Tunku, previously known as Kenny Hills, it's still one of the most exclusive residential enclaves in Kuala Lumpur, that's for sure. I mean, it's not really like super trendy or busy kind of area. Over here, it's all about privacy. So there are no busy commercial areas, crowd gathering outside your home, or heavy traffic over here. So residents enjoy access to the nearby Putra Mall, the Stories at Taman Tunku where I'm at right now. And here, of course, you have the famous Kenny Hills Baker, which started here actually. So while coming home to somewhere that feels completely different, So a lot of luxury neighborhoods nowadays is sell something which is convenience, right? More integration, they call MRT and all those. Bukit Tunku, it sells escape, I would say. So just imagine you're working in Kuala Lumpur, right? Concrete jungle. And then you come home with mature trees, quiet roads, and just total privacy, my dear friend. By the way, if you enjoy in-depth luxury property review like this, I would really hope that you consider subscribing to my channel, as I do this every single week, sharing with you all the latest news and all. So the magic number here is 24. What I mean by 24? So without further ado, let's head to Sutera Bukit Tunku right now. So there are only 24 units in this entire development, not per block, not per floor, not per tower, 24 in total. So to understand how rare that is, right, compare it to some of its neighbours, Tijani 2 North has around 150, Arata of Tijani around 100 units, Kenny Hill Residence has more than 60 residents. So within Bukit Tunku, right, anything below 100 homes are already considered very low in density, right? But Sutera Bukit Tunku, my dear friends, has only 24 units. So, I mean, following the trend nowadays, right, it's not economically that viable because majority, no developer will build that low in density in such a prime land anymore. So it's a completely different philosophy, 3 low-rise blocks, 4 stories, 2 units per floor. It's really privacy over density. So let's step inside and see what 2.4 million can bring you. Now we are in front of the unit right now, and 2 lifts serve 2 units. Let's get inside. Just can see the first thing that struck me is not just the marble flooring. It's not about the chandeliers. It was the amount of space. Look at this. At approximately 3,240 square feet of space, this is really very generous. The owner has chosen a classic European-inspired, Versace-inspired furnishing, complemented by marble flooring and very top-notch quality finishes. Now, looking at the floor plan, you'll notice as well, the living and dining areas, right, sit at the heart of the home, while the 4 bedrooms behind is positioned around them. Okay, so it creates a clear separation between shared family spaces and private areas as well. Parents can entertain their guests while everyone else still enjoy their own time and privacy. So next here comes the dry and wet kitchen. So one thing that's becoming less common in newer condos is having a dry kitchen like this here and a wet kitchen over the other side. So your dry kitchen, of course, is ideal for entertaining. As you can see, it's just next to your living area over there. So while you're preparing food, you can still have meaningful conversations with your friends and families as well. While the wet kitchen behind here is where you do all the heavy cooking, and yeah, it's very practical. Okay, so behind, of course, you have the maid's room, and this is where you do all the washing and stuff as well. Yeah, look at the view there, overlooking the greenery. So it's just another example of how the home itself, right, it's designed for everyday living rather than, you know, maximizing space. Oh yeah, right in front of me here as well, it's the utility room. Yeah, this is where the owner puts all the shoes and stuff. And this door here actually access out to the lift foyer. So this is also very nice because basically if your mates want to throw rubbish and stuff like that, right, they can use this door. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. As you can see, very spacious, very brightly lit. You have floor-to-ceiling windows and high ceilings. So all the furnishing here, as you can see, it's included into the sale. Yeah, very nice. And in front, this is the ensuite bathroom. Looks like you're living in Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton. Look at all the marble, book match marble. You even have a bathtub here as well. The tub fillers in gold color as well. Yeah, nice. Very, very grand, very luxurious. So one space that many buyers will appreciate is the dedicated study area. It's perfect for lawyers, business owners, professionals working from home. And at the same time, if you want to head to the city, it's also very close by. This is also your ensuite bathroom next to your study room. Of course, you can also change this into a bedroom as well. But you know what? My favorite space is definitely the balcony. Okay, hold on here a second. Let me open up the balcony. Look at how spacious is the balcony, my dear friends. So spacious. And more importantly, the greenery that surrounds the development itself. So this unit is overlooking the pool, as you can see. Yeah. Due to the mature neighborhood of Bukit Tunku, right, you won't have any kinds of surprises or anything building right in front of you. This is actually permanent, my dear friends. Okay. This is a permanent view. So I can imagine having a cup of coffee in the morning, having breakfast here, and then the evening having a nice glass of wine, looking at the view. And you can even see twin, what they call KL Tower from here, and Merdeka 118 as well over there. So standing here overlooking the pool, surrounded by mature trees, it's easy to forget you're just minutes away from Kuala Lumpur. So yeah, I think perhaps what makes Bukit Tunku so special is peace, which is increasingly difficult to find. Yeah, after spending time here, I don't think this home is for everyone. You know, if you want the newest tower, long list of facilities, there are plenty of other options. But if you value privacy, discretion, space, and more importantly, a mature neighborhood, this is something that's worth looking at. It's just trying to be comfortable and peaceful as well. So is this worth 2.4 million? If those are the things that you value, right, then yeah, then it makes a lot of sense. So if you enjoy this tour, right, I think you'll enjoy my Damansara Heights bungalow video next. You can check out here on the screen. I will see you in the next one.